Is six figures enough for you, or are you trying to hit that millionaire status with me, honey? What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to another Millionaire in a Year series video. Today, I'm talking about how six figures just ain't enough, okay? And I'm inspired by the book that I am now reading, We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers. I feel like I'm really tardy to the party because so many of you guys have already read this book. It is a woman's guide to earning more, building wealth, and gaining economic power. But I also got the workbook to go along with it called Million Dollar Action. I know myself, and I know I will read a book, and sometimes it's hard to retain all the information. I knew as soon as I decided I was going to be on this millionaire mission, I wanted some type of workbook to document this entire year. So I went with Rachel Rodgers. I think it is amazing so far. I will link it down in the description, but I wanted to go through the first prompt that she shares and just kind of share my thoughts on why I feel like six figures just isn't enough. Now, right now, Erin on Demand has grossed well over $1 million. We have made multiple millions of dollars since Erin on Demand has existed. But the goal is not to just gross $1 million. It is to have $1 million in assets. And so she talks about, what does being a millionaire mean to you? And for me, it is about having the freedom of choice and not letting money dictate the decisions that you make, that I make. And one thing that I love that she says in this workbook is having more money is never really about the money. It's about the people you love and the causes you care about. It's about having more options instead of being limited to the worst options on the menu. I know we have all heard this, like when you go to a restaurant and you have to look at the price before you decide what you want, instead of just picking what you want because that is what you want. I don't want that. I don't want that experience. She says, I never want you to be in a situation where you feel trapped, powerless, abused, or exhausted simply because you don't have enough money. And she prompts us to go through a time that you can remember where you couldn't do something that you really needed or wanted to do simply because you didn't have enough money to do it. Now, I was really sitting trying to think about what that was for me. And there are a few things. So, for one, I definitely want to retire our parents. Now, we just had a baby and we are in the hunt for a nanny. We actually just found a nanny, which is going to free us of so much time to be able to focus on work and other priorities of maintaining our lives and hitting these big goals that we have. But we really wish that our parents could be the ones who watch our child throughout the day. And we're like, we don't have the financial capacity to be able to fully retire our parents, to work be able to just care full time for their grandkids while we work and go on vacations with us, all expenses paid, to be able to fly first class when we go places, to take our entire family with us, because that's ultimately what we want. And so from right now's perspective, we don't have the level of freedom that we desire. Now, something that had happened to me, well, not had happened to me, but something that I really wanted to do that I couldn't. I was actually in high school and I was studying French and I wanted to go on the class trip to France. My parents couldn't afford to pay for the trip. So our school sponsored a student to go. And I wrote this bomb essay, y'all. I just knew I was going to get it. I submitted it. All the teachers voted for me, but I didn't get picked because someone else, this isn't the point, but someone else said, well, it'll be a 2-for-1 deal if I get chosen because me and my sibling will get to go. So they ended up picking the other kid. Now, it's not their fault. It's no one's fault, honestly. But I just told myself, I don't want my kids to experience or not experience certain things because of the financial position that we are in. I don't ever want money to be a reason why my child or my children can't participate in something because I can't afford it. And I do not not fault my parents, but I think that obviously our parents do the best that they can, but it is our responsibility to continue to like try to do better for our children and who's next to come. So I said that is something that I do not want my child to experience, of not being able to do something because of the decisions that I have made financially. So I just want to make sure that we are making the best possible decisions right now with our finances so that we are able to build generational wealth, not just for our children, but for our children's children and their children too. I love something that she says in the book. She says it's about feeling like $1 million every day, because when you feel like $1 million, you are far more likely to earn $1 million. It's about daily habits and beliefs, not hustling for everyone else, never questioning your own instinct and value, not doing every possible thing for everyone who asks, and not being truly all in are the key ways that women like us limit how much we can earn, save, and invest. And I think that that is so true. I feel like I needed this trip that we're on. We're actually in Palm Springs for a work trip, and we tacked on a few extra days for this very reason. I needed to put myself in $1 million environment. I wanted to get out of the small bubble that I feel like I'm always in when I'm in Detroit. I came out here for a creator meetup with my management company, Iconic Fox. And we tacked on a few days. We rented this beautiful house. It has a pool. It's just absolutely stunning. We're going to just experience a lifestyle that we want. I went to the spa. I've been waking up and like reading my book, and we just been dining at restaurants that are exciting. And I think that feeling like $1 million, and it's not just about like buying a whole bunch of stuff, like figuring out those small things that you can do to elevate your mindset, to elevate your everyday experiences, it really helps. Now, on this trip, actually, we got gifted a car that is my dream car for the week. So Cadillac gifted us an Escalade, top of the line, $125,000 truck for the week. And we actually went to Cadillac to go view the Escalade when we were car shopping before we had the baby. And I was like, oh no, I'm not spending $100,000 on a car right now. And boy, I wish I had a test drove that Escalade, because I feel like now my mindset towards spending $100,000 on a car is totally different. It's not about the money. It's about how you feel when you're driving it, how you feel while riding in it. And I just want to have the amount of money where if I want it, I can get it, honey. And having six figures, at least like low six figures, it's not going to cut it. For me, I know that we need to be millionaires, multimillionaires, to create the life that we're ultimately looking for. And on top of that, the cost of inflation and all this stuff that's just going up right now, basic necessities just cost more. And if you don't make more money, you cannot save your way to wealth. Like, you cannot stop buying Starbucks or stop buying a coffee every day and become wealthy. Like, you have to figure out ways to generate more income. And that is something that I'm really focused on doing right now. We are looking at different ways to invest our money. I am working really hard behind the scenes, which I'm going to take you guys through for our product line. I am planning an event right now. We are really getting the ball moving, but really it starts with these mindset shifts, and not just wanting more, but being grateful and having gratitude for these moments where you do remember back and you're like, oh my God, I really couldn't afford that. So ultimately, it's not about just wanting a bunch of more stuff when it comes to being a millionaire. It's about having access to making decisions and making choices, even if it's a spur of the moment choice, not letting money slow you down. So if you are on this journey with me, I highly recommend you purchase We Should All Be Millionaires, as well as the $1 Million Action Workbook. I'm going to be going through these in a lot of my videos coming up, and I think it'd be so fun if you join me and we all do it together. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below. Also, let me know, is 6 figures enough for you, or are you trying to hit that millionaire status with me, honey? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know something that you are shifting mentally to put yourself in that $1 million mindset. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.